you know, everybody knows you obviously from the Real Housewives, but this is a new project, and I know that's what you really want to talk about, so tell me a little bit about it.
Well, I'll talk about anything, but this is one of the first projects for 2011 for me. I'm actually doing 3 more shows this year, so I'm going to be very, very busy, but I'm proud to peel back the first layer and expose me being social as a host, the new Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, and it's called Social, and it's going to be on Wealth TV, and it's more about me going into people's homes and being social with them and exposing them to the world for all of their great things that they do, and also giving back. We discussed like some really deep, heart-touching things that I think people will really be pulled towards and understand that wealthy people are not just like exposed for being rich and having mansions and castles. That's all fun and that's all great, but when you get down to the core of it, they all give back too. And I want to get to that point where people are feeling like you're sitting in their living rooms with them, just cozy in front of a fire and really feeling their hearts. Because I'm a big giver and I'm a big believer in whatever has been given to you, you need to use that platform and give back. So we're all sort of teaching each other to do that, and I think people are going to really enjoy watching that. Plus seeing all the fabulous things is not going to hurt either. So it's a little bit of the Lifestyles of Rich and Famous, but a very social level. Danielleism.
And it's your own thing. You're not competing with other people who maybe didn't like the fact that you know, you were occupying the same space as them, perhaps.
Yeah, that was their problem and their hang-up, not mine. Yeah. So I don't compete.
One of the things about you that I find interesting, and I didn't know whether it was hype or reality, but I see here with my own eyes that it is real, the relationship that you have with your children.
That's my life right there.
Yeah.
That's my life.
How did you manage that? Because so many of us who have children, I'm blessed, I've been pretty successful in that regard, but many of our peers are struggling, and you seem to have found some kind of a formula.
Thank you for that. I just think it's, for me, it's most important to expose them to as much as possible. A lot of good things are out there to keep your kids occupied with, and when you do it with love and you get them engaged and involved in really positive things, that's all they really learn and that's all they really know. And then when they get to an age where you can feel like you can trust them and let them go a little bit, they're doing good things.
And I think it's really cool that you bring them on events like this. I mean, not a lot of children would have that kind of opportunity, obviously.
No, and you know what? One is a supermodel and the other one's a recording artist, so this is their limelight too, and I just share it with them. It's all about paving the future for my kids and teaching them how to give back, and they really do. Both of them have charities that they do. We just don't talk a lot about it. We just go do it, and we do it as a family. And that's one of our things that we're really most passionate about is my kids really keep engaging me in those new things too, and about what's really going on in the youth world. So it keeps me young as well.
Yeah, so as long as you keep those lines of communications open. Now
communicating is key.
So you just said you would answer any questions. So I want to ask you something that has probably nothing to do with any of this, but you made your decision to leave the other show.
Yes,
you knew when it was time to walk away.
I absolutely did.
Now the whole world is focused on what's happening right now in Egypt. Do you think that it's time for Mr. Mubarak to follow your lead and walk away? What would you recommend?
It's tough for me to give advice because I only know what's right for me and at the time that it's right for me, and I'd really rather not address that, but I would say if he feels in his heart that it's really time, yeah, then it's time, because if no good can come of it and you've done all you can do and it's not getting any better, this is me I'm speaking about, but we can apply it anywhere.
Right.
Walk away.
Was it difficult for you to make that decision?
No, I knew I had done all I could do. I knew I'd gotten all I could get, and I knew there was somewhere else I needed to be, and something else I needed to be doing, and I needed to be doing that with my family. So
did you have this project in mind when you left the other show, or did it come afterward?
This project in mind, and I had several projects on the table, and they're all lining up perfectly. Like I said, I'm going to peel each layer back, and everybody's going to get to see that. So there's only really one part of me that's been, shown, and there's so much more to me, and it's great that I'm going to get to share it all with my kids, and on one of my shows, specifically, the world is going to get to know my kids, like really get to know them, and it's going to be fun.